Good morning everyone, welcome back to Hearthstone. My name is Rooster and we're playing Patron Warrior today. So this deck is kinda a new thing, maybe the next new hotness, I'm not sure, but people have been experimenting with this deck and it has shown up in the latest meta snapshots. And it's looking pretty hot so far. I've just recorded like almost an hour of footage for this deck, and then I realized my microphone was turned off. So that's a bit of a pity, but I really enjoyed my time playing this deck, and I did rise, I think, an entire rank during its time. So so that part I think we have to throw everything. I'll keep a whirlwind. Yeah. I definitely enjoyed my time with it, so so that's a good sign, I guess. And it has been surprisingly effective. I'm not disappointed at all. I could whirlwind here, but I'm not gonna. This looks like traditional face hunter, which I've played myself before, and I think Worgen Infiltrator is a clear sign that we are up against traditional aggro. So I would like to get some additional value here. Not sure what the greatest. It's a bit daring. It's a bit daring, I guess. But I'm going to play the monkey here. If he has an abusive sergeant, that's going to be a little ugly. But I do think this might be valuable enough. And even if he does Sergeant here, he would have to need another one for the next monkey, so that's pretty sweet. He could Animal Companion, but that's still not the great... Oh. Ouch. That is a little painful. That hurts my feelings, it really does. X is rather good, though. So are we clearing out... I guess we're clearing out everything here. We could play another monkey, but that's a bit brave, and it's not terribly effective either. So let's just whirlwind here. It's been long enough. It's still not awful. Scientist is going to be a bit of a pain in the ass, I think, but we can definitely make this work still. And we're still a warrior, so we can just exchange hero powers and pleasantries, and all will be well in the world, except when he gets tougher. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt a lot. But that's something we might just have to deal with. Do we execute the scientist? I don't hate it. I don't hate it. So we can play another monkey, and then we might be kind of safe. We'll see. Yeah, sure, I'll execute it. I'll execute it. And we start armoring up starting next turn. Counting on an explosive trap here, so I could play Acolyte, armor up, or Acolyte Battle Rage even next turn. Is he hitting that? Oh, that's fine. Then I don't have to play Battle Rage. Then I don't have to play Acolyte, I mean. Let's just Battle Rage instead. And I'm pretty sure we're not attacking here. Just armoring up, and let's see what happens. We've got a weapon, we've got a slam, we can deal with some... with most stuff he's going to do here. That might be ugly though. Please hit my face. Oh. Ouch. That really hurt my feelings again. That really hurt my feelings, man. Why you gotta be this way? Alright, yeah, this is going to be a little ugly. We may have to slam and Deathbite, but that means we're not armoring up. But armoring up is not too helpful if we're not going to be able to survive any of this. If that's snakes, we're pretty much game over here. That's a slight addendum I have to make here. But we might still be dead regardless. 6 mana left over, yeah. That's not pretty. That is definitely not pretty. Perhaps we were too greedy early game, but I can't really blame myself there. I do think the deck is capable of beating face decks like this one, but you do require a certain degree of let's see. Is that a bear trap? If that's a bear trap, we're pretty much dead, right? But if that's a snake, then I'm glad I'm not attacking his creatures at any rate. We might live. We might live. We'll see. I'm not really expecting much here. But it is our best way out, and the Belcher could provide a way to survive for a bit. But this deck isn't too good in generating additional armor. As you can see, it includes less armor than the usual Control Warrior matchups. So that's going to be a snake trap, isn't it? And I'm already dead, am I not? Yeah. So well, explicitly the Face Hunter matchup might suffer a bit, but we do run an awful lot of taunts. So the Aggro Shaman matchup, which was my first game, well, actually my second game today, but the first game I actually recorded, went surprisingly well. And I played 2 games against Tempo Mages, one of which was my only loss, and one of which was a rather exciting win against like 4 Flamewakers or something. Something ridiculous like that. Not sure what else I beat, to be... I think it was 2 Paladins, a Midrange Paladin and a Secret Paladin. Which was also kind of surprising, because Paladins are notoriously decent against Warriors. As long as I get a Fiery Borax, I make a decent chance, which applies in most Warrior games, I suppose. It does, doesn't it? That's a sad truth. So yeah, in comparison to the usual control decks, we have a lot less armor, but we do have a lot more taunts and a lot more dangerous drops. A lot more impressive board presence, I would say. Are we? Yes, we are. We are developing the axe, even just in case our opponent plays something we have to slam. I'm not sure quite what I would expect there, but we could definitely slam something here. So let's prepare. We don't have to armor up here, and we don't have anything to slam, so let's just drop our minions and prepare for next turn, where our opponent could coin out a Twilight Drake, for example. We could slam that, and then that doesn't quite work. We can execute a possible next minion. We'd have to run this into there, though. Might as well let our opponent do that. Do we actually kill this? I don't like killing that, but at least we can slam it. That's the very least we can do, I think. And I do believe it's not in our best interest to kill it right now. I would like for him to pop the demon on his turn, because unless it's a Doomguard, he cannot attack with it straight away. He could Void Caller it, I suppose. No, I mean Void Terror. Yeah, that's the card. But I do think this is a little more awkward for him. And we do have the Execute plus Death's Bite for next turn, so that should be fine. I see no need in Xing that. That's the main point I'm trying to make. He doesn't want a Void Walker. Another Void Caller? Oh, and he does get the Doomguard. That's actually kind of ugly. We might have to execute that, which is a little ugly. I'll admit. Oh, we don't even want to play the Death Bite here. Let's. Can we assume that he does not? We cannot, right? We can't really assume he does not have what we're afraid of. I guess we're not... Well, there's no way we're not popping that. I guess we might pop it first then. Is that an awful idea? He will have a demon. Well, we'll have to run the risk, I think. So if this is a Mal'Ganis, that would be unfortunate, but this is what I was hoping for. Oh, well, we kind of forgot to armor up, but that's our way of saying sorry. Sorry, we ruined your day there. All right, that ended a lot better than I expected, so that's nice. Could Death's Bite next turn? I don't like it. Let's see how this goes. Oh, we're up against Demon Zoo. Yeah, sure. I'm always axing that. That's absolutely fine with me. I was expecting more of a demon handlock deck, I guess. So I guess that's in our favor because we seem to have the board against a zoo-ish deck, which is not what you'd expect. So that's nice. We do have a Death Bite equipped. We can boom next turn, which could be pretty sweet. Yeah. We don't have a lot of cards, but I do think our future is bright. I like it. Play something I can axe, please. An Imp boss or something. Or just keep tapping? That's okay with me. Alright, I'll admit that's a little awkward. I would appreciate if you didn't. And I guess that means we're trading, but that's still fine with me. Are we even trading? I'm not sure whether we're trading. What happens when we go face here? He gets more chances to kill the boom. But he gets a minion regardless.
No problem.
He gets a minion regardless. But this thing might survive. I guess we're trading. The other thing dies to the Death Bite, so he is incentivized to at least trade it into a Boombot, I guess. Could be okay. It could actually be Reno Lock with a higher curve and I mean a lower curve. Higher on low-end creatures, I guess. So Reno's not out of the question, because a deck like that would run double Void Color, I think. Silence is one. Okay, I think I'm okay with that. And if we... okay, that's a taunt. That works. That kills his board. So that's nice. We can deal 7 to face, we can play Ragnaros, but that doesn't quite do it. Getting pretty close though. How worried are we about... I guess we are kinda worried about Twisting Nether, aren't we? We cannot use the axe. Yes, I think I prefer drawing a card here. You might also be a combo lock, so I'm not sure why I'm playing around Twisting Nether, to be perfectly honest here. But I do think it's worth keeping in mind. Let's equip the axe. Does the axe allow for lethal? I'm not sure. Let's just equip the Death Bite. It might allow us to draw a card later. Yeah, I'm getting the same question from a from a spectator here. And the answer is the same. It could still be a Reno deck. The only duplicate we've seen is a Void Color, I believe.
My shield.
And we still got the Rag as an option, I think. So yeah, that might have just ruined our chance of lethal, and that's a fair point. I'll take that criticism, but I don't think that was necessarily wrong. So let's fair concern, he would still be rather... Oh, so I guess he's not free now. I think we've got this game in the bag regardless, so we shouldn't need to worry too much about what could happen. We've got lethal regardless. That might have been a wrong decision, by the way, but I'm not too worried. Alright, I guess we did it. I guess we did it still. Yeah, the dropping the rag there would have led to a win in most situations, but I think we were winning by that much that I didn't want to run the risk of running into some strange Reno deck. And getting absolutely wrecked by like a Twisting Nether or a Molten Giant with Taunt or something of the like. Well, let's see how we're doing in the mirror.
Victory or death! Bring it on!
Well, in the mirror regarding to class, because we're not expecting another Tempo Warrior here. Do we keep Acolyte in the... I do think we keep Acolyte against another warrior, yes. Yes, I do think so. Not entirely convinced, mind you, but we'll see what we're up against first. That's an interesting card pack. I don't think I know that one. Is it the Heroes of the Storm one? That might be. Are we concerned about... No, I think I just like having a minion on the table. I could top deck like a Cruel Taskmaster, and that would allow me to kill something that my opponent plays, like an Acolyte. Not quite sure, but having a minion on the table is important if you expect to be a faster deck than your opponent. So that's okay. He hasn't played a weapon yet, which is actually interesting. I'm not sure whether the right call is to play the Acolyte here. I guess so. I don't really like it. He could just exit away, but I guess that's okay. We can coin a Belcher next turn, and that could be pretty good if he has... Oh, he slams. Okay, that's fine with me, I guess. Is he killing... he is killing the Acolyte. I'm not sure where that slam came from then. But I do like coining a Belcher here, I think. Still don't have a weapon. But it seems to be a decent choice, especially since he's used the slam last turn. Let's try to keep his armor low. I'm expecting a Control Warrior here, but I'm pretty sure he's doing the same, and he might be surprised. So we can slam that, slam and then run the thing into it, or just top deck a weapon. I think I would like that. Could double slam it. That might be a bit much, though. Let's at least do one slam and see what we get. And... is that a worthy trade? I guess I kinda like the second slam here. Although it could be a little awkward. Not sure.
Excuse me.
This is probably fine. Let's get the armor rolling. I can't really execute, no, I really can't execute a Sludge Belcher. That would be, that would be a waste of an execute there. As people might imagine, you really can't execute. You can't afford to execute something small as a Belcher, which you can solve by normal means. There's some real problems out there, like patrons. So, expecting the patrons next turn. What do we do about that? How to prepare for the patrons. I guess we slam this, run it into there, and then play the Belcher. We cannot play the Belcher yet. But the Cairn should be reasonably awkward for him. Let's see. Still don't have a weapon, which is a little awkward. Yeah, I do think I can play the Cairn here. That should be fine. And probably just kill the little slime. That's okay. So we're either up against Patron or up against the Mirror, and not getting any weapons so far is a little awkward, I'll admit. So expecting him to hit it here, and that's fine. He'll soak a hit for something more important. And also expending a Death Spite without... Okay, so that could be the Mirror. Interesting. He could be playing the same thing as we are, which is interesting. I wasn't expecting any mirrors anytime soon, but I guess this deck is starting to become more popular. Can we... we cannot play a weapon and those things at the same time, so I can't really kill this unless I... Well, I guess I can weapon and then kill that. Would that be okay? I can slam that thing, or I can... Yeah, that's okay. So we kill this, we play this, kill this, and just armor up, I guess. That's probably fine. Yeah, so I'm expecting our opponent to play the same deck as we are, actually. Because he does seem to be... Or he's just Patron with a bad draw. But yeah, some patron players do run Corcoran Elite. So I shouldn't rule that out yet, and I should be careful with any Whirlwind effects. But that means that saving my executes here is probably the right call, because there's some big stuff upcoming that we have to keep in mind. Could execute the Acolyte, actually. Would that be awful? I guess it wouldn't. Let's see what's coming up here. I'm genuinely curious here. Okay, so we are up against Patron, so that's good. Well, is that good? I don't think that's good. But at least, well, that means there's a Whirlwind coming up, but I don't expect 2 Whirlwinds, I think. Ooh, there might be though. That would be awkward. I'll admit that would be awkward, because this Death Bite is going to wreck me, I think. That is a lot of stuff. Okay, let's see. We're killing one. We could play Belcher. We can execute 2 of them. Let's see. We can slam 1. Slam 1, execute 1, kill 1, then there's 2 of them left. I don't like it. But we may just have to. Let's see. I don't like slamming 1 if I can avoid it, but leaving any full health ones is not going to end well either. So I guess I'll have to execute 1. And I guess kill 1? Yeah, I really don't like this situation here. But it might just be what we have to do. If he's able to execute this Belcher, he can generate a few extras. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. He's probably out of whirlwind effects though. He doesn't have a death. Oh, well, he does have a death spite left. Oh, and that is generating extras. That is generating extras. Oh. Let's see. Battle rages for 3. I guess that's okay. We can slam one. Can't get rid of all of them. Can't get rid of all of them. Hits face, yes. Ooh. This is really painful. This is really, really painful. Let's see. Let's see. Execute one, kill one. Play boom? Can we play boom? I don't know, man. That berserker is going to kill us. Slam one, play boom. We're running out of cards here. We need to kill this thing, so I guess we slam and execute that. We're basically screwed. We can't get rid of the weapon. Just hope for a good boom? I don't know. I'm not seeing any way out here. I'm not seeing any way out here. It's just too much. It's not gonna work.
Well played.
I can't get rid of that. Without a brawl, I guess Patron Warrior is really bad. No, that wasn't going to work. Too bad. I don't see any way out there. I'm not even sure whether our deck can deal with such a board. That might be one of the really bad matchups. I guess Monkey works, and most of our big stuff does have 3+ attack. So maybe this just was a really bad hand, or just really good play from our opponent. Let's not discredit him. Let's not discredit him there. Didn't have any way to deal with that. Can we keep Belcher against Hunter? I don't think so. Oh, that's rather good. I was keeping the other cards just because I'm expecting Face Hunter again, basically. It's really the only thing you can really play on ladder nowadays, if you're a hunter. Oh, that's good for us. Let's just prepare the axe in that case. And next turn we can monkey, so that's pretty good. I will kill the scientist if he plays one. I'm not sure about a creeper. I guess I'll also kill a creeper. How well does monkey deal with traps? I guess it's fine. I guess that's okay. I'm purposefully running this into snipe, by the way. If it's snipe, I would just like to know. Although I guess getting it to trigger on a Cruel Taskmaster or a Shredder would also be fine. Let's see about this. Alright, didn't get a card here. That's a Midrange or a Reno Hunter deck, so I guess I'm okay with that. If that's snakes, am I bothered by snakes? I might be bothered by snakes. I guess we'll just try face first. Do we try face first? I might have to slam that then. Well, I can just ignore it. If this freezing... No, freezing's fine. At least that means I can safely kill this and play Shredder, so that's okay. We did have a decent drop, so I don't mind running the monkey in there. Let's see what he's up to. He's got a Belcher, alright. Do we counter the Belcher with another Belcher, or do we have another way of dealing with that? We could just monkey. That seems rather weak. The monkey might die to the 1/2 slime if he has a decent answer to the shredder. I don't suspect he has, but I do like playing this here. Alright. We've got a Loatheb, I guess that's fine with me. Although that does mean we cannot slam that. That's a little annoying, but we can Taskmaster, so I guess that's okay. If we Taskmaster, the rest of the turn is rather empty though. But he does get to trade the Loatheb in, so I don't mind hurting this a little bit. Could also trade the... No, this seems better. Loatheb makes for a rather annoying turn otherwise, but I guess that's okay. So we're making this trade and just armoring up. And it makes the Loatheb really awkward here, so he's incentivized to, I think, unleash here. And that's still fine. It's not amazing. He gets 3 hounds, he gets to either kill one of these guys. That's okay. Would have liked to Battle Rage there, but yeah, Loatheb really makes turns awkward. Would have liked to slam the Belcher, would have liked to Battle Rage. Maybe even Whirlwind would have been the right... No, I'm just facetious now. But, yeah. This isn't going nearly as well as the first batch. It's kind of unfortunate. Okay, so I guess we slam that thing first and just see what we get. That should be correct in most occasions. We're always trading the Belcher into a 5 health thing, right? Hey, that's not a bad card. Okay, so I guess we're just trading and playing Monkey? Yeah, I don't hate that. That's not bad. I don't hate it. Yeah, I guess if he had Unleash, he would have played it last turn, so I don't hate playing another minion here. If he unleashes now, that's still okay. Although he might have a Cult Master or something, that could be awkward. I have a Whirlwind, so I don't mind proccing a Snake Trap. But do we have a decent trade against that thing? Well, if we Whirlwind, we do. So I guess I could do this. That's okay. Let's check for Snake Trap. Freezing. Okay, I don't hate that. We can still make some decent trades here. Yeah, that's not an awful trade. We don't have to trade here though. Do I want to trade still? I guess I do. I can get a decent Battle Rage off too. So that's okay with me. And let's see what we'll do. That's a nice trade. I like that. We've got 8 cards. Absolutely fine. That seems like a decent trade to me. Okay, that deck looks to be decent against Midrange Hunters. So that's a relief. Unleash? Yeah, I'm okay with Unleash here. He gets to kill this, he gets to kill this, but costs him all of his hounds. He has a Shredder left over, but we have a lot of cards. And X is a really nice top deck. I like that. Let's see what we get. We're almost always doing that. Okay, making the trade and playing Boom here. Alright. That looks to be a commanding board position. If you can play Boom on an empty board, you're usually in a pretty good spot. And that last doesn't look too exciting. Let's see, how do we deal with Misha here? What would be the best way to deal with that? Could just trade a bot in. I would like to preserve my health total, because that's really the only way he's going to win this. So let's do it this way, play the Belcher, and go face. Do we now? I guess I could kill one of these. Don't hate that. Kills one but not the other, that's fine. And let's advance the board. We could kill him next turn if we get lucky.
To my side.
Was kind of wary about a possible Houndmaster situation, perhaps. And I don't like killing Misha with my axe there. Just because really the only way he's going to win this is through actual face damage. We're not killing him here, so I guess we armor up. Are we killing those? I don't think we are. No, this is fine. This is going face, we're playing Cairn, and we're armoring up. Could unleash her again, but that's, yeah, he wasn't going to get out of this. Okay, let's give it one more game. One more game should be fine. And we're doing fine again. Alright. Definitely less impressive than my last streak with this deck, but I'm actually reasonably satisfied so far. Yeah.
Garrosh versus Garrosh.
Alright, usually... Well, I would say Warriors are a bad matchup, from what I've seen so far. Which is not an awful lot of experience, I should definitely add, but do I even want an Armor Smith here? I don't think it's doing that much in the early game. Slime seems nice. So let's keep that. And let's see what we get otherwise. I was hoping for a weapon there. I'll be completely honest here. And this might be another long one, so prepare yourself.
Greetings.
As long as it's not Patron. Please don't be Patron. Nothing more awkward than having to deal with a board full of Patrons and a 1 durability death bite in your hand. That's that's like the worst feeling ever. I think we're killing that. We could monkey and save the coin for now. But then he might death spite it. I don't like that. I kind of like the coin cork run here. And it's better than the Shredder in the aspect that it's guaranteed to at least kill this, and only lets him draw 1 card. So I do like that, yeah. And he might X this, then he doesn't have any armor anymore. I can play Shredder next turn. Shredder's not that great against X. If he Fiery War Axes, I think I'll play the Fierce Monkey next turn instead of the Shredder. If he Death Spites, that's fine. Then I probably am Shreddering, just to make sure he takes as much damage as possible against that. You might slam the monkey. I might be fine with that. Yeah. Shredder does give us a 2-drop on the board, but he can still slam the 2-drop, I guess. I'm expecting a slam here, and that's okay. That is not a slam, so that's pretty good for us. And does not have another way of dealing with this, so that means we get the slam, and that's pretty good. Yes. I could also Battle Rage. No, Battle Rage is awful right now. Let's cycle some cards. If we get a weapon here, that would be nice. Do we kill this? We could actually kill that, and but I do want to play an Acolyte here. I do kind of want to play an Acolyte, so let's do it this way. Let's see if we can draw some cards next turn. Ooh, that's... wow. I think that's Patron though, so that could be pretty awful. We're not getting rid of this, but if he patrons, well then he hits this, so that might be acceptable. Gives us a slime. What would be the best way to prepare for a board full of patrons? That's a good question. I guess Shredder wouldn't be the worst, but I kind of like playing a taunt here. Just so he has to waste his axe on that. And that means we're drawing a card, and that could definitely save us. I would like to coin a boom here, but that's not going to happen. So either Belcher or Monkey. I guess I prefer Belcher in this case, because we might have 2 1-health minions, and those could potentially trade into a patron. I don't know. I'm feeling bad again. I'm really expecting a patron here, and that's not going to... Oh! Okay. Well, that is fine. That is absolutely fine, especially since he wasted... since he also wasted a charge of... Oh, he's not patron. Who am I kidding? He played a thingamajig. An Elise. There's no way he's playing patron. So in that case we out-tempo him, right? So that means we play Axe and Belcher, or Axe and Shredder. I guess Axe and Shredder. I kinda like that. Yeah, I would prefer Axe and Shredder. Let's not give him additional cards. And the Shredder is nice when it's behind the taunt. He probably thinks we're patron, by the way. So that's also okay. Well, that was a quick one. I'm not sure what was up there, but I appreciate it. That's not bad. All right. So hope you enjoyed this deck so far. Hope you'll give it a try. I've been having a lot of fun with this deck. It does have its weaknesses, but depending on your local metagame, this could be really, really sweet. You may not have all the prerequisite legendaries, but don't feel too bad about missing Cairn, for example. You can probably replace that with a piloted Sky Golem, or perhaps a Sylvanas, or just make sure you're playing decent threats. Your opponent really has to be worried about everything you're putting on the board. Varian Rin is kind of experimental. I haven't even played him in the 10 games I've played this deck, but he looks to be pretty sweet. That's the only thing I can say. You might want to replace him with something equally imposing. Needs to be a real board presence, so preferably nothing with an important battle cry. So I guess something like a Ysera. Yeah, you can work something out. Maybe a Deathwing even. That could work. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you have any suggestions on what deck to play next, please leave a comment below, and I'll see you next time.